It is Monday, June 10th, 2013, of course. And today was the first day of E3. EA's press conference ended about, I don't know, half an hour ago.
Something like that.
And, so we're going to give our thoughts on both Microsoft's press conference. yes, there was a lot of that going on. And, EA's press conference.
Yeah.
And we will also talk about various games that are at the show, specifically the ones that we've seen at the conferences, and what we're looking forward to, and other bullshit.
Yep. Alright.
So, what?
You want to start off with Plants vs. Zombies?
No, we'll get to Plants vs. Zombies.
Alright.
Let's start off with Microsoft since they came out first.
Okay.
Alright. So, we got up, we turned on the E3 stream, and Microsoft had their press go. Fucking get out of here, chat. Microsoft's press conference started, and what did you think of it? Just general, overall.
Man, I think they just better keep digging. They're digging their hole deeper.
I mean, they got right down to business, and games, just games, pretty much. We didn't hear much about any of the console. They didn't address any of our concerns, especially after their blunder of a reveal in May, where they're like, TV, sports, TV, sports, dog. And, you know, we got the always online connection, where it needs to check for a connection every 24 hours. And if you're not on your console, if you're signed in to another console with your gamer tag, you only get 1 hour to play offline. They didn't address the whole, 10 family members can play your game, but only one of your friends can play it. None of that was addressed. All we got was games. So that leaves a lot of us who are confused over this matter even wondering more, well, what the fuck's going on with this system? You know, like, before with the whole Kinect thing, they're like, it's always going to be online, you can't turn off the microphone. They're like, this is an essential feature. Everybody's like, that's kind of creepy, dude. And they've gone and backtracked and said, no, well, you can turn it on. Not every game may need it. But it's up to the developer's course, or the developer's choice, just like their whole, only specific retailers will allow you to trade in a game. They just took all this bullshit that they created because they want money, and they're laying the blame on the developers so they don't get any flack. So, yeah, Microsoft's kind of a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, well, there is kind of an upside to all of Microsoft's shit. You can share your Xbox Live Gold membership. See, that was the only bright point.
Even then, when they were talking about that kind of shit, it was still confusing. Because, like, oh yeah, you can do this. It's like, wait, what? Explain that. And they didn't go back. They didn't elaborate.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of cryptic shit that they never go on about, and it just leaves people confused. Sure, they dangled some keys in front of our eyes, said, hey, look at this, you know, but we're just like, that's nice. What the hell does all this mean, though?
Yeah.
But the big thing we're going to talk about after we get through our Microsoft segment will be the release and price point, which we're going to have a lot to talk about that.
Oh, yes, we will.
But, so, games. What did you see that looked good, or that you liked?
Phantom Pain looked pretty good. New Metal Gear game.
And that's coming from a non-Metal Gear fan?
Yeah, I've played maybe 2 Metal Gear games.
You played a bit of 3.
Yeah, a bit of 3. I've played 2. I believe that's it. I need to start. But that looked pretty good. The Battlefield 4 looks outstanding.
Oh, that frame rate. Like, they're going on about, like, 60 frames. I seen that. I was like, oh, no, dude. That looks pretty fast.
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
Titanfall.
Titanfall. Boy, am I glad they're also releasing that on PC so I don't have to buy a shit console. I mean, Xbox's most amazing device ever.
You mean the VCR?
Yeah, the big VCR. Titanfall looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks like the perfect multiplayer experience.
Yeah, teamwork. Not everything's just overpowering. Yeah.
And you're going on jetpacks and shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, it looks like it's like a constant movement. Action's always going on while you're playing.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like some games that I will not mention, where once you get one of those vehicles, you're indestructible compared to everyone else.
You mean like Halo C?
Hey, shut up. I'm not naming any games. But yeah, they were showing that even if you're not in one of these big mechs, you can take it down.
Yeah, single-handedly.
Single-handedly, if at that, with strategy. But you could also outmaneuver them. You can double jump.
You deflect bullets with your hands.
Well, that's the mechs. In the mechs, you can deflect bullets. But you can, like, climb walls and sprint across stuff.
Like parkour shit going on.
Parkour stuff. But yeah, no, it sounds like it's gonna be amazing. Plants vs. Zombies.
No, we'll get into that later.
Oh.
That's EA.
That's EA.
We're going to go through Microsoft right now.
Alright. What else was there?
We've seen Dead Rising 3. What did you think of that?
I think it'd be amazing.
I got mixed feelings on it.
I liked it, and I'm not a Dead Rising fan. I'm a zombie game fan, not a Dead Rising fan personally.
I'll be the guy that comes in and be like, meh.
Yeah, but it looked great.
I think graphically it looked nice, especially like the lighting, like when he went through that cabin there.
Oh yeah,
it was just dark, and he picked up the flashlight. You seen the shining of the individual glass shards on the floor there.
Yeah,
and like it looked really good. I liked how all your weapon customization, you can like do it on the fly, like attaching a light on your gun.
Yeah, that's gonna help out.
It's all real time, sort of like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
I like that, but well, there's two main problems I have with it.
Yeah.
All right. First problem is it's an Xbox One exclusive.
That's what I was gonna get at. I was gonna be like, man, I'd love to have this game if I would be willing to buy an Xbox One.
I love me some Dead Rising. I've played them all. I have 1 and 2, both on the 360.
Yes.
But I didn't buy off the record because I'm like, that's just 2, but with Frank West. The other thing is, and this is kind of what happened with Dead Rising 2, is it feels serious. It doesn't feel like it has that tongue-in-cheek, goofy, over-the-top humor that separated Dead Rising. 'Cause Dead Rising always had all these weapons. Everything and anything is a weapon. You got a big environment. You got over 1,000 zombies to kill at a time. You know, go nuts. This one just seems like, grim, dark survival. We can make weapons. It's almost like Dead Island, but serious. And
and not shit.
Yeah, not shit. Well, no,
shit
it might be shit.
Oh, yeah, it could be. I guess it's not out yet.
But yeah, and that's what has me worried. Because like Dead Rising was like Capcom's zombie game that was silly, unlike Resident Evil, where it was serious, but even though it's kind of stupid.
Oh, well, we're both Resident Evil fans.
Yeah, we like Resident Evil, but come on, that's some dumbass story shit going on there.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Resident Evil 6, you got like them running away from explosions, like Uncharted.
It's like some Call of Duty shit.
Flying airplanes, crashing airplanes. Punching boulders and stuff. Resident Evil's silly.
Yeah. Back to Phantom Pain, because I like that open world concept.
Oh no, it looks cool. And graphically, like the Fox engine looks phenomenal. It looks like it's running at 60 frames.
Yeah, and just some of the stuff they did.
And like everything seems so dynamic. Almost everything in that game is dynamic. The dynamic CQC, the dynamic weather, night and day cycles.
Yeah, dynamic stuff looking dynamic.
Dynamic out the ass.
Yes.
Like, the subtitle shouldn't be Tactical Espionage Operations. It should be Tactical Espionage Dynamic.
Yeah. Alright, back on track.
What else did we see there?
Short clip of Mirror's Edge 2.
EA. We're going to get into all that EA good stuff, quote unquote.
Need for Speed. Oh, EA.
What else? Halo. We've seen a teaser trailer thingy for a new Halo game. They didn't say Halo 5. They just said Halo.
Yeah.
And at first, you see it. I'm thinking, this could be Halo. But we just got this guy wandering around through a desert in like a
big brown cloak.
Big brown cloak. It's like, oh, it's like that one game, Journey.
Yeah, it looks like Journey, but...
And then it's going... Then this giant, like, spear thing comes out of the ground. Like, this is going to be Halo.
Mm-hmm.
This is Halo. And it comes out... Yeah. And then I see the character's hands. You see the gauntlet and everything. And the dog tag. You know, Cortana's little thing that pops out in his hand. I'm like, it's Halo. And this big monster robot thingy, Promethean shit comes out. And then a cloak flies back, and you see Master Chief's helmet, and it's just like Halo. I'm like, I like Halo. They messed up the new Xbox, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Remedy has a new game that looks pretty cool.
Which one's this?
Quantum Break.
Oh, I missed that one.
There's some slow-mo stuff and sci-fi stuff. It's almost like what I got is like they're almost like combining Max Payne and Alan Wake, because Alan Wake had like that TV series like thing going on with it. That's kind of what I'm getting from Quantum Break.
Insomnia.
Oh yeah, Insomniac had.
Yeah, Insomniac's new game
was surprising. They come out. No, we know Insomniac as this developer. They made the first 3 Spyro games.
Good games.
Like almost all the Ratchet and Clank games, I think. And the Resistance games, the 3 PS3 ones, and recently Fuse. And they've been known primarily as developing games for Sony. So Fuse was their first game that they went through the EA's Partners program. They put them multi-platform. They come out on Microsoft's press conference and say, hey, we got this exclusive game on the Xbox One coming out. I'm like, what? But here's the thing. And it's just a teaser trailer. Animated, whatever thing. Almost like Overstrikes. It felt full of life. It had that Insomniac feel to it. But that's a trailer, and who knows how far off that game is.
Yeah.
And with what happened to Overstrike, it started off as this like fun game full of life and personality, and then it became Fuse, and it's kind of dull and generic. So I don't know. I'm worried about Insomniac. But yeah, the games look good, I guess. But here's the thing we gotta talk about.
We gotta sit down and have a little chat.
Gotta have a little chat. So, the Xbox is gonna be launching this November, Joseph.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be launching. Pretty exciting, huh?
Yeah, $4.99.
Yeah, $4.99. That's a reasonable price, isn't it?
Oh.
That's good. You know, Sony was on top of the world with the PS2. Everybody loved them.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got all this new technology. We got the cell processor. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. And Sony came out with the PS3, $600, and their 20 gig model, $499, and it had the worst start ever. Well, maybe not. I mean, Sega's dead in consoles now, but
yeah.
It was rough for a long time, and with all this bad flack from the fan base coming off with the Xbox One, I mean, some of those people might come back with those games they showed off, but I think we might see something similar to what happened with the PS3. It'll probably pick up later on.
Yeah.
but this is not good. It's especially with like the way our economy is and stuff,
Yeah.
and with all that crazy shit that people don't know what's going on with the Xbox One.
With
I
our
don't know.
economy, you think we'll be able to only, well, some people that is, will be able to only buy brand new games.
Yeah, that's another like deal breaker for the Xbox One for some people. A lot of people buy used games.
I personally stick to used games. That way I can buy more and have money to do other daily activities and stuff.
And
What about you, Michael?
If it's a game I'm looking forward to, I usually buy it new. But I did rent a lot of games just to play it.
Oh yeah, no renting.
To play everything and get a general idea. And then Xbox One's like, no, we might look forward into it. We might look into it in the future, though. But as of right now, no. It's like you keep digging that hole, Microsoft. You got some nice games, but I don't know.
Yeah. Like I personally used to like Xbox. Microsoft.
I like Xbox. I was more PlayStation, but after this whole Xbox One thing,
I don't know, some of those games...
They burned me. They burned me good.
Yeah. Some of those games looked very enticing, but then you kept bringing me back, and it was like, yeah, but I'll have to buy them all used.
Yeah, it's...
And I'll have to pay for gold. Or Xbox Live.
Exactly.
It's like... And I'll have to always be online. Can I spare my bandwidth all the time?
Well, it's not persistent. It's like it checks in every 24 hours to see if you're connected. If you're not, you're locked out of your console pretty much.
Well, I also have places I go, right? I can't always have internet wherever I am.
Well, you can still watch your Blu-rays.
That's bullshit.
Now,
look at Diablo 3.
Yeah, exactly. You look
Always
at Diablo
online.
3, and that was a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
And you know, when they revealed it, the whole Microsoft reveal back in May, the EA Sports came out. They're like, we got this exclusive deal. We're going to push FIFA on the Xbox One. It's going to be great. It's like a lot of those European players are PlayStation players. You know, the Xbox mainly thrives in America. A lot of other places, the PlayStation's dominant. So, how's that gonna work? And you know, you got other places where the internet's not that good.
Yeah, like one of my friends' places. They live in the middle of nowhere. They pay for their data.
Exactly.
How would that go well? It's like,
and then there's people with like spotty internet where sometimes they'll just randomly go out for sometimes days at a time.
Yeah.
Who knows? And it's like you can't use your console.
yeah,
It's like you bought these games, you bought this console, you should be able to use it.
yeah. Yes, like, say at my camp.
Yeah.
During those rainy days.
Where you can't do anything.
Sometimes it rains for a week. Like, and I'm not even kidding. It'll rain for nearly a week. What do? I sit inside, put on my Xbox, and play Halo or other fun games. Will I be able to do that? No. Do you think they're going to get internet in the middle of nowhere? Which, by the way, some people live there. So, I don't know. Not doing well.
Well, like Microsoft just wants money, and they're saying, "Well, if you can't do it, you know, fuck you.
Yeah.
Deal with it."
I never asked for this.
But yeah, some cool games, but the consoles a fuck up.
Yeah, it's screwing over all these companies. Because I know a handful of people, may not seem like much, but that's only people I know. But which most of them will not buy the system just for the little bullshit things it's pulling.
There's one thing I want to talk about.
What?
Before we move on to EA. Oh, that little thing there, what was it, Spark or something?
Oh, that looked really great.
Yeah, like some sort of like Project Spark or something like that. It was like this like editor where you could make like a a zone. You can put like monsters in there, some stuff. Change the lighting. You know what time is, the weather.
Build your own world.
Yeah, pretty much. Like a quick Minecraft almost.
But beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry, Minecraft.
It looked really good. I was like, that looks cool. And then you can use it with your tablet and your Kinect.
Yeah, and you can set monster bases. You can set a village that you must protect. You build this giant world. And you control it.
Like, it looked very promising, and it's one of the things I kind of seen. It's like, oh, that looks cool. Of like the stuff that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
And Metal Gear Phantom Pain. That is an exclusive.
We don't know. We'll probably find out later on if we will see a PS4 release, because I don't see why not.
Yeah, well,
because
I thought they had said
Konami, they don't like doing exclusive games because they want to get their mass audience.
Well,
I think the
I'm
only reason why Metal Gear Solid 4 was exclusive was because the Xbox can't run it. Or it'll be like 7 or 8 discs, Kojima said, if it were to be ported on the Xbox. And it's just like, you know, it's not worth it.
It's not Final Fantasy VII here.
Yeah.
Don't need a handful of discs.
Exactly. Ain't nobody got no time for that.
No.
No, so... But it was confirmed that it was going to be a next-gen game as well. Maybe it was always a next-gen game. Maybe we won't see the PS3 and 360 releases.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is going to be on Xbox One. Maybe PC.
I was getting confused with another game. I forget which one. There's one that I was really looking up to. I think I'm thinking back to the Dead Rising.
Yeah.
And they made that an exclusive.
Titanfall.
Or Titanfall, that too.
But you got that on PC too,
yeah,
so.
Yeah, I got that on PC, so I'm good.
And then, of course, Minecraft is going to be on the Xbox One.
Yeah. Minecraft 1 Edition.
I'm not buying that fucking game again.
Yeah, last thing I need
like
to do is buy a third copy.
If I were to get an Xbox One, yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not buying your game again. I've already bought it twice.
Yeah, I bought it on the PC. I bought it on Xbox. Last thing I need is another version of this game.
And it's like, what benefit would I have for it on the Xbox One?
Well,
bigger worlds. I don't give a shit.
Bigger system. Things like a VCR.
Yeah.
On steroids.
I don't care, but yeah, aside from the games, which are either you're really excited for or you're about, the conference was so-so.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was okay. Then we got EA.
EA
which
Sports.
Was kind of rough.
It's in the game.
Yeah. Our conference, we got maybe half of it dedicated to EA Sports.
Yeah.
And, well, let's not dwell on that because obviously we're not big on the whole EA Sports games.
Yeah, if you want to play sports, there's this thing called Outside. It's on the other side of your door. You could just go out there, grab a ball, kick it around a bit. There you go. All the sports you need.
So,
my opinion.
We have our thoughts on it. And I thought the engine for at least Madden looked really good. It was
did.
very pretty and good looking, but I don't know. I'm kind of excited for UFC though.
It looked good.
I mean,
not my cup of tea.
I don't know how it'll turn out. Maybe if they got like the Fight Night people to make it. I mean, I like those games.
Yeah, the Need for Speed looked good.
Oh yeah, Need for Speed looked interesting. Very tablet heavy this E3. A lot of games are relying on tablets.
Yeah, almost every game.
It's like, well, we can do this with the tablet too.
Battlefield, you can call in reinforcements and stuff.
Like we got
command your people.
Need for Speed.
Calling in
helicopters on
reinforcements.
The tablet. And, like I don't know how I feel about that. That's cool and all, but I mainly want all my stuff on one thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's either you like it or you don't, I guess.
Oh, they had Jesse Pinkman there. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
the yo bitch.
Magnets!
Cars, bitch. Yeah, so then we got a little behind the scenes of the Need for Speed movie. That might be alright.
Yeah. Jesse Pinkman.
It has Jesse Pinkman in it. You know, he'll instead of be selling meth, he'll be selling cars. Maybe.
He'll be selling pink slips.
Yeah, he'll be selling pink slips.
Blue meth, pink slips.
What else? What did he... Oh,
Plants versus...
Okay, we'll finally talk about
Come on,
Plants
we gotta
versus
get the Plants vs. Zombies. They said it would be... What did they say?
What do you mean?
Like Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I didn't see it like Team Fortress 2.
Well, they showed off their survival mode. That's what they were showing off. They didn't show off the competitive side. They said, we're going to show off our wave-based survival mode for this demonstration. And, yeah, you got your classes. Like, the cactus is, like, what, the sniper?
Yeah, the sniper, all accurate and stuff.
And the sunflower is, like, the medic.
Yeah, it heals and shoots sunflower seeds. You drop that. But yeah. You got your medic. You got the little green bugger that just spits shit.
I forget what else they had. I know there's, like, 4 of them, I think.
They had the one that goes underground.
Oh, yeah, like, a Venus flytrap, like, thing or something.
I forget.
And that'd go in, and it looked interesting. Like, it might be fun. It looked really pretty.
Yeah, it looked funny.
Like, it could be cool if you have an Xbox.
If you have an Xbox. And if you're into that thing. But
you know,
really,
I still have a 360, so I could enjoy the lesser version.
Yeah.
So they opened it up with that, and then they were talking about DICE for a bit, and Frostbite 3. That's when they dropped it.
Yep.
They dropped it on us. I was like, oh no, like we don't know what it is. It's snowing. It's first person. Like, what is this? This Battlefield? That don't look like Battlefield. I'm like, oh dude. I'm looking at Joseph. I'm like, dude. It's gonna be Star Wars. This is gonna be Star Wars. He's like, what do you mean? And then we see a snow speeder crash. I'm like, dude, it's Star Wars. And when we see the AT-E foot come down, and then it's like, and that's when we see it. Battlefront. Not Battlefront 3, so maybe it'll be like some edgy reboot, like DMC, or something like that, or
I'll talk about that.
or Thief, or whoever. It's a cool thing nowadays to release a new game in a series and just call it whatever the series is named without a number.
Yeah, Need for Speed.
And yeah, that's exciting. DICE is behind it.
Yeah.
I hope it's not Danger Close.
What?
They're the guys that made the reboot Medal of Honor and Warfighter.
Ooh, I bought that game. You said not to. I didn't listen. And then the servers went down right after I got it. And I was like, man, it's so unfair, but we'll get to that some other time.
It's not a good game. But yeah, those guys got, like, a lot of people got laid off. But the core development studio got absorbed and reformed into DICE LA. So they're the Danger Close people. They just have DICE's nice name on them.
So they have a nice record to ruin.
Exactly. So I hope it's not those guys, or I hope they've learned from their mistakes.
Yeah. Alright, back to the E3. What else?
After that, we seen Dragon Age 3. That's supposed to come out next year.
I was going.
Yeah, you were doing something. And Dragon Age 2 was garbage. So, I don't care. Then we got to our 30-minute sports section.
Yeah, I just blanked that out. Sports ain't my thing when it comes to video games.
And, yeah, if that's your thing, I think you would have liked it if you were really into the EA Sports. No hockey, though.
No hockey.
No hockey, just
football.
We got this long, weird basketball thing. We got soccer or FIFA, football, and UFC.
Yeah.
And then it happened. We finally seen the multiplayer for Battlefield 4.
Yeah. Oh, 64 on 64. Wait, what? No, it was 64 people in one match.
34 on 34.
30,
No, 32
32 on 32. There you go.
But, yeah. Pretty good.
Oh, it looked amazing.
Building destruction's back.
Yeah, building falls into the water. The
Oh,
water splashes up, and there's papers falling and
The
debris.
whole building got leveled.
Oh, yeah. And that had the point they were trying to capture in it, too. Because they were capturing the point on the top of that tower. And someone took that building out as they were capturing the point.
Good old Bad Company 2 memories were coming back. It's like, oh, this is going to be good.
But then I don't think they took it down with a repair gun.
I don't know, man. Strength in numbers. But
All them repair guns.
60 frames per second. It was fast.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The boat, their bailout was a jet ski.
Yeah, they're inside a attack boat type thing.
Like, yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And then, like, DICE was just on a roll during that press conference because it ended with Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah. Personally, I haven't played Mirror's Edge.
I'm not into Mirror's Edge, so I'm like, that's a cool looking trailer.
I played the demo, and it looked amazing.
I feel terrible that I couldn't get into the game.
I almost bought it.
I
But I ended
buy
up
it,
getting something else. Yeah, I could buy it too,
but I'm like,
but that involves leaving my house.
I
Alright.
don't know. But
We still haven't watched the online conference yet.
I think Ubisoft is going to be starting soon.
Yeah, we should go watch
So,
that soon.
We'll get the stream going and watch that.
Yeah.
But what are you looking forward to from Ubisoft?
I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention recently, so I don't really know what they're coming out with.
Well, they got Watch Dogs.
Oh, well, obviously, Watch Dogs. Who isn't looking forward to Watch Dogs?
They got
I swear, if one of you guys isn't looking out for Watch Dogs... What?
They got Assassin's Creed coming out. Another one.
No, they're just shitting them out.
Yeah.
COD started doing that. Look at that.
It's a funny thing that COD has more innovation than Assassin's Creed at this point.
Yeah.
And COD's the same game every year.
It is the same game every year. Just different names.
Black Ops 2 is pretty good, though.
Yeah, I heard.
So, we'll see that. Hopefully they'll show something new.
And worthwhile.
Cool. And
Other
then
than Watch Dogs.
later on, way later on, like in 3 hours, is Sony's press conference. We're finally going to see the console for the PS4. Hopefully we'll get a release date and a price. We'll learn a bit more about the features and see some more games. And hopefully get a release window for the games besides the launch window. Like,
Yeah.
When will we see Killzone Shadowfall?
Yeah.
Or Infamous Second Son?
Yep.
Get out here, ask.com. Nobody likes you.
Goddamn ads.
But, yeah.
So,
We will continue after the other 2 press conferences are done.
yeah, so this is
Michael
and Joseph, and we are getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, I guess so.